Okay, Harish, the first class is the chapter 1. I'm going to teach the object-oriented programming. Okay,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is the object-oriented programming? It is the very one class. It will finish this chapter. It's not a very long concept. It's a very short concept because this is we have to know what is that object, what is that oriented, and what is the oops. Just these three we have to know this is the introducing the programming. Just introducing what is that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we have to know object-oriented programming. First, mainly we have to know the two things. Object. Object. Object and class. First, we discussion these two things. The next one I'll I'll teach you step by step. Okay, Nana?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, first we have to know mainly these things. What is that object? What is that object? Object is there nothing but it is a one basic unit of object oriented system. One basic unit of object oriented system. Okay, this is the object oriented system mean it is an entity having set of attitudes, set of attitudes and set of attitude and state. Okay, attitude, behavior and state. It is the entity having set of attribute and behavior and state. What is the, for example, we have to object wise how it will help the object. What is that state and behavior? Okay, for example, we are object wise state and behavior. We are discussing state and behavior. Okay, now state under what will come? For example, state wise height. We'll take the one person. For example, we'll take the person. Okay, any one person will take the person height. We have to take height and weight. Height and weight. Skin color. You mentioned the skin, skin place color. Okay, and behavior. Behavior it will come eating, the person eating and doing work or sleeping, playing. Okay, playing. This is the object. For example, what I said, it is an entity having set of attribute, behavior and state. Okay, the object we are taking the, for example, the person object. State where the person, what will come under the state? Height, weight,
Height,
color.
weight, and color.
Colors. And at the same way, we discuss about the behavior. Behavior, what will come? The person doing whatever he's doing. For example, the person is eating, sleeping, playing. Okay. Here, attribute is come state and both are same. Both are similar only and same only. Okay. This
Yes,
both
ma'am.
are same only. For example, we'll take another example. If you take the person color. The person color is attribute. The person color is attribute. So the color what? Red. For example, we are taking the red. The red is state. Okay. Color
Yes, ma'am.
that is the state. We are here only as na see in state structure. What is there under the state will come color. So color red is state. Attribute is the skin color. Okay. This is the object. Have you understand about the object?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next we'll go to the, what is the class? What is the class? We know very well, class mean we are in a second class, third class, like that, no? Programming way, we'll discuss about the class. Class is called object factory. Class is the called object factory which produce multiple object of same types. Mean class will call the object only, but if factory produce multiple object of same factories. For example, this is only multiple factors. Let us go small example. I'll give you on the mass example. For example, we'll take 12. Am I right? The 12 factors, what will come? 1 will come, 2 will
1,
come, 3
2,
will come, 4 will come,
4.
and like that up to 12 it will come. Here what come? The class is the 12. Okay, it will come. Object factors, how many are coming or no?
Yes,
Multiple
ma'am.
objects.
1,
That
2,
is the one.
3.
Class is called object factory which produce. For example, 1, 10, 12. This is producing the class object. Am I right? So
Yes, ma'am.
multiple projects, the produce multiple object and the same type will call the class. Okay, this is the example we'll take. Another example in the we'll take ice tube, ice tray. We'll take for example one ice tray. Ice tray is the class. Ice tray will take the example ice tray. Okay, this here ice tray is the class, and cubes, ice cubes, object. Okay, have you understand this example? Ice tray, we are take the full ice tray is the class. Okay, there ice tray inside filling what is there? Cubes, ice cubes.
Ice cube.
Ice cubes are objects.
Objects.
Okay, this is the class. This class, it is the temple or blueprint, multiple size, similar to take the features. Compared to that one, you remember very nice example, ice tray and the products of the factors. For example, 12 I said in mass example. That is the nice example about the ice tray and the products of the 12. The class is called object factory which produce multiple objects of same type. Okay, mean it produce same only, but it is a multiple types. It will come same type again. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
have you clear about the class? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go discussion the what is the oops. Now these two things are finished. Object and class. We know the object. Yes, we know. Yes or no? Now, just now I said, na?
Yes,
Object.
ma'am.
Object we know and class also we know. Now, we are going to discuss OOPS. OOPS mean what? Object-oriented programming principles. Sorry, programming principles. First, we have to know the OOPS principles. Okay, this is the OOPS. OOPS standard is the object-oriented principles. This is the one we'll call simply OOPS. This OOPS is the 4 types is there. How many types? This is the 4 is there under. First one is the abstraction. The first one is the abstraction.
Abstraction.
Okay, this is the first one is the abstraction. The second one is the encapsulation. The third one is the inheritance. Fourth one is polymorphism. Polymorphism. This is the OOPS principles of the OOPS 4 categories. 4. Okay, this is the 4. The first one is the abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay, first we'll discuss about the abstraction. Abstraction is the act of hiding complex things. Act of hiding complex
Complex
things are
things.
showing only essential feature. Okay, mean this is what, for example, we'll take the, you are doing bike ride, you know how to ride bike, just you sit and keep and you are going on bike only, but inside how it's working mission, that is all you don't know. That is hiding the complex things, that who is the manufacturer, the mission and the bike engineer, he has to know. Yes, that is the hiding program. Okay, hiding complex thing, that is the one, for example of the abstraction. Is it?
Yes, ma'am. So
Then
only
another
the
example.
essential functions it will show.
Yes, that is the true. And another example we'll take. Nowadays, every time you go in Google, open what you want, will type some images, pictures, lot of gallery pictures we can see. Some cooking posters, some God posters, something. What we want, we can watch in a Google. Am I right? But that behind there is a one program is there. The program will call the complex. Okay, that hiding one will call the complex one. Okay, this is the abstraction, act of hiding complex things and showing only essential. Outside what we are what outside showing the essential is the feature of the abstraction. Okay, we are
Yes,
outside
ma'am.
what seeing, just we are seeing only bike, inside machine we don't know what is that one, what is the part of machine inside, we don't know also. We have seen only the out of the back structure only we know. Yes, we can see also only the back structure. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the next one is the encapsulation. Encapsulation, there is there, and mean capsulation mean, we know the very well, regularly watching the medicine capsules, the medicine also capsules. Am I right? This is the one, it missions which bind both data and method together. It missions which bind
So data
data
and
and method
method
together
together.
to a single unit. For example, now I said the medicine caps. Medicine caps, we inside the medicine we see, outside there is a binding of the sheet is there. Am I right? That is the
Yes,
outside the binding of the sheet. Okay,
yes,
that
ma'am.
is we can't see. We that is we can see the inside the medicine and binding of the sheet we'll see. So binding and sheet it called the encapsulation. It will protecting of the data. Same it will protect the inside the medicine. Am I right? That is the one. It's a product of the data. Okay. Manada.
Okay, ma'am. Mm,
Just a few seconds in a hold. Just a few seconds. Someone is knocking my door. Just a few seconds.
yes.
Hello, Harish. Sorry for the disturb. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the middle is there. That is the encapsulation. Have you understand the encapsulation? Encapsulation is it is a mission which bind both data
Data and the method.
and method together into a single unit. Okay, it will should be in a single unit to product it a some outside to world. Okay, this is the encapsulation. For example, about the take in a medicine sheet. Medicine sheet. That is the good example. Next one, inheritance. Okay, inheritance. It is a mission by which is a class acquire property of other class. Okay, inheritance mean what? It is a mechanism by which a class. It is a mission by which a class acquire property of other classes. Okay, it is a acquire property of other classes. Other class, for example, you'll take any other classes. For example, two classes you'll take subclass and derived class. You know about the last class. Have you here in a subclass and a derived class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is the too many classes. Mean, for example, you take one parent class. The parent class should be in a two classes. The two classes what? Subclass and derived classes. Okay, main class what? Here, parent class is the main one. That will call what? Superclass, parent class, and base class also. We'll call the subclasses. And derived class, what is that one? Child class, subclasses. Okay, this is the one to other classes of the inheritance. Inheritance means the subclasses and the derived classes. Main, you have to remember subclasses and the derived classes. This subclass will call the child class and derived class also. Super classes will come the parent class and the base class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one, what is the polymorphism? What is the polymorphism? Poly mean there is a many. Poly mean many. Morphism mean forms, many forms. There is only polymorphism. Polymorphism mean is the ability of method or an object. It is an ability of method or an object acquire in a multiple forms. There I said poly only mean what? Many forms. So it is an ability method or an object acquire of a multiple forms, many forms. For example, another way we can discuss about this polymorphism, which is mentioned by which is a, for example, you send in a class one message only, you can send it in a some different ways also. There is a object what? Messages. You can send it in a different also. So different people different send it. If it will happen many messages or no?
Yes, ma'am. Many
That
messages.
is the one polymorphism examples. Okay.
Yes.
So now have you clear about the abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the difference between the object-oriented program, object program, or sorry, what is the difference between the object-oriented program and procedure-oriented program? There is the difference between the that one. And small, I am discussing about the difference between this one. For I am going to teach you some more example of the polymorphism. You take the some cylinder, sphere, triangles. It is a different behaviors. Okay,
Yes.
square, cylinder, it is what will come, actually it will come in shapes, but it is a different. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is also one more examples about the polymorphism. Now let us see the object oriented programming and procedure oriented programming. The difference between the both are. So object oriented programming difference. And procedure, oriented program differences. Object oriented programming, first I will tell you that one. It will take the more data to loaded program. It will take more data to
Load up
loaded the
program.
program. Yes. And procedure oriented, it will take the more no is it will take the more loaded and functionally like this. It will take the proper data function, like for example, if we are taking any function like that. Okay. And same way, derived into a segment called object. Derived into an objective oriented is the derived into a segment called the object. In a procedure, derived into call segment called the function. Okay, before all I've said na object, those are objects. So here procedure, it will writing on the proper programming way. So that one object will call what? Function. Derived into that will call the functions. Okay. Next one, data value are secured in a object oriented. Okay, object oriented object oriented, whatever we are giving data, it should be secured. For example, when we are taking the sorry, it is in a what is that? For example, we are taking a medicines. Medicine up binding is the sheet is there. There is a secure. It is a protect also data. Yes. And some program if is there, for example, we are using Gmail. No, some other people is not enterprise. We are kept one personally our password, so no one can't enter. That is the secure the our data. Like that, procedure mishandling of the data possibles. It mishandling of the data of the possible of the procedure oriented programming. Okay, have you understanding the both the differences?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next one, the object-oriented error detection by debugging is easy. When we are doing object-oriented program, for example, any error is there, it is easy to identify for us. It is easy. We can rectify, we can make also easy. In function, in a procedure-wise, error detection is there, it is very difficult because it is a function like we are doing. So, for example, function loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, we are going. It's a, we can't do debugging, it's very easy. Okay, it is a difficult to make a detection of the error. Okay, and in an objective program is the for a complex program. It is an object. I have example given about the where I have given abstraction wise. I have given. That is a complex program. Okay, here no by concept difficult to the complex program. The procedure wise. For example, object oriented example is that we can take Java, Python, some any small tasks. Examples we can take in a object oriented wise. That is the procedure oriented wise. We take the example C++, C Basic, Cobra, some Java, another some more. The languages we can take in a procedure oriented programming. Okay, this is the main topic about the object-oriented programming. Do you want notes or have you understand this topic?
And notes will also be good.
Yes, do you want notes?
Notes also. Yes.
You want notes also. First of all, I'm asking the question, have you clear about these topics?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then start notes.
Yes.
First, you take the object notes. Object, what is that object? First, you take the object. Can I start to
Yes,
give
ma'am.
observation of the object? Object, basic unit of object oriented system. Basic unit of object oriented system.
Yes, ma'am.
Then next point, you can take the point where the next point is should be showing a arrow mark or point, like you can take whatever it to comfortable to you. It is an entity having set of. It is an entity having a set of attribute, attribute, be behavior and state. attribute,
Set of
B set of attribute, B behavior and state. You take this some small structure object like that example like this. You take that example also. You can take the person. You take the example about the person.
Of course.
Okay, person. Now you take the here state and behavior. Okay. Now you know state under what will come. The person what will take height, weight, color. At the same way, behavior also what? Eating,
sleeping, playing.
sleeping, playing. Okay. Next, have you noted from the?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you noted from till that? Next one example you take. Yeah, no example before you write in another point. Attribute and state both are similar. Attribute and state, this both are similar. For example, if you take color, color is an attribute. The red is state. If you example you take example like we are explaining the example in a statement like if color is an attribute, the red is state. Is it?
This all
Have you? Can you repeat?
I've
What you are?
actually noted all this already, which you're teaching,
Oh,
whatever you
like
do.
teaching. Okay, okay. Then once again, just you take the point wise. Then I'll give the overall the points, main points and examples.
Yes, ma'am, 1 minute,
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm getting it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you take a class. Class is called object factor. Class is called object factor which process multiple object of same type. Class is called object factor which 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 produce multiple object of same type. Now if you remember the example, you can write the multiple products also. You can write for example 12 or whatever the mass example you can take, or you can take the for example ice tray. Ice tray is the class, ice cubes are objects.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, you write in a principles of OOPS. Principles of OOPS. Now you take the principles of OOP, you try to make the one tree map like that. Like this, you try to make tree map like this. First one, you write abstraction. Second one, you take encapsulation. The third one, you take inheritance. The last one, you take polymorphism like. Okay, and one more thing, this chapter 1 will give MCQs. Maximum it will come 2-3 questions. 2 questions it must will come.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is in first semester MCQs. Am I right?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Now final is there.
Oh, your first semester is the finish.
Yes, ma'am. Now second semester is going to get finished.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then MCQs is over.
No, ma'am, it was not MCQs.
Okay. Okay. Next, now you write in abstractions. Okay. Now you take noted in a notes in a abstraction. Abstraction is the act of hiding complex things. Hiding complex things. Act of hiding complex things and showing only essential features. Okay, you can take for example bike or some gallery pictures. However, what you take some example, you can take no problem. Okay.
Ma'am.
Next, encapsulation. Encapsulation.
Yes.
Encapsulation, it is the missions which bind both data and method together. It is a mission which bind both data and method together into a single unit product. It from outside to the to world. It mission which bind both data and method together into a single unit to protect from outside to world. It's the best example is the medicine sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it? Is it? Am I right? Medicine sheet is the best example. Next one, inheritance. Inheritance is the machine by which is a class acquire a property of another class. A property of another class. You take that property of another classes, wise you take subclasses and derived classes. Subclasses and derived classes. Main class is the parent class. Okay. Super class and parent class, base classes also it will call the in a parent class and main classes also. Derived class is the child class and subclass. Okay.
Yes,
There is a
ma'am.
difference between the subclass and the derived classes. There is a two classes. Next one, polymorphism. Next one is the polymorphism. Polymorphism means it is the ability of a method or an object. It is an ability of method or an object to acquire multiple forms. You can take for example cylinder, okay, sphere, triangles. For example about the polymorphisms. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you take the difference between the objected object oriented programming and procedure oriented programming. You take the differences. One side you take one, the another side you take procedure oriented programming. Like this you take. Now
Yes,
you
ma'am.
write in the object oriented side more data and more data emphasizing loaded. More data emphasizing loaded. And next procedure wise more data emphasizing loaded in a function. The second point is derived into segment called object. Derived into segment called object. Derived into segment is a called derived into a segment called function in a procedure point you write. It is a function. Okay. Next one, the third point is the data value are secured. In a object oriented side, you write data value are secured. Procedure side, you write procedure program side, mishandling of a data possible. Mishandlings of data is possible. Is it finished from that?
Yes, ma'am.
Now next one, error handling,
What?
not handling, sorry, error detection and debugging is easy. Error detection and debugging is easy.
Yes.
Next, oriented in the procedure side, error detection and debugging is a too difficult.
Ma'am, just sorry to interrupt you. Till when this one will be there? I think he has to have lunch also. So I just was thinking when it will end. I mean, we just wanted a demo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the
So
class is actually they said to take class 1 hour. If you want to disconnect, you can continue, disconnect the class, no problem.
yeah, I think we have wanted a demo basically to understand
Yes.
the skills and
Concept.
yeah, concept. Correct.
Have you?
So
Is
I
it
think it
okay?
is late for lunch also. So I think
Okay.
thanks for your time,
Okay.
and I will revert
Okay.
back to exercise.
Okay. Okay. Please talk with them. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
continue whatever, you can discuss with
Yes,
them.
yes, yes. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Harish,
you,
to
ma'am.
attend the class. Thank
Yes.
you. Bye.